Hello, I'm Norman Judas, CTO for Microsoft Services, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the Microsoft Services Customer CIO panel discussion. So with us today we've got Ron Burnett, who's Vice President of IT Operations and Support at McKesson, which is a distribution and technology services leader in the healthcare industry. I'm not sure how many people understand about McKesson, an interesting company that really uses technology as a core asset to deliver many of the abilities you got. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the way you're using technology at the company?
We've been in the business about 178 years, and we have several core businesses, primarily, as you mentioned earlier in the introductions, part around pharmaceutical and supply distribution. And then we have an entire growing business in software and services. So we provide the software from the time you're admitted at a hospital or doctor's office all the way through the claims actually being processed in what we call closed loop through the total end. At McKesson, we happen to be the largest in the healthcare providing those technology and services. We have ran what we call the Windows 7 Jumpstart program, and we ran that with Microsoft Services, which has done a phenomenal job to help us and our other partners in that space that we work with. So what we've done is we've taken the ability to create a second version that will allow us to actually send out a packet to the end user. So they receive a Windows 7 USB drive, couple of cables, and at their time and convenience, they plug and play and upgrade their existing system to Windows 7, and it reinstalls all of their data and apps back.
Wow.
Yes, and it's working flawless. We started out originally with about 200 major images across the corporation.
That you found?
Businesses, yes. We knew there were over 1,000, but we narrowed them down to the major ones and came up with a couple of hundred. And this replaces about 28 of our final major images into one, and we call it a thin image. We lay down Windows, and then through our software distribution tool, all of the others are laid down by the profile based on the user of what you have approved and what you need for your job.
What's your advice to somebody else who's going to take this on again, having been through the pilot yourselves?
My advice to them would be, first of all, get started if you're not already started and try to get caught up. I think the other thing is recognizing that if you do it with your service providers, which we use, again, as I said earlier, Microsoft and our other partners, we came together and really came up with a collaborative way based on what we have in infrastructure. So we had a lot of options that we got that were not cookie cutter, and because your network is this, you go this way, or you can do these things. Lastly, I think look and fight very hard and stay firm, which we did, to get to a thin image, because your future is going to be built on that, and you will find that that thin image is the way to have your foundation for your future.